And hello there everyone, welcome back to more of the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky on the 3rd. I am BogMod, and you know what it's time for? I think it's time for... a new door? Yeah, actually, I could do some new doors. We're gonna talk with his fists! That'll be Zane. And who else? Who else? And... nope. Fist of Steel. Ah, double door on Zane. A sun door and a star door. Alright, well. Let's get you out for the Zane man. Nope. This one? There we are. Who to support? Well, again... items in Sepith seem to be the natural choice. So, it is a star door. Both Eyes of Amber and the Prince of the do that. And who only talks to the fist? Yeah, there we are. Star door number 4. La 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 la. There we are. Yay, the man who talks with his fist of fury! The Star Chamber. Alright, Zane, or Zane as I prefer to call you.
Hello, I shall rank you a memory fragment in my blessing.
And what memory will this be? Who? What? Where? Ah, this will be the Grancel office. Ellen, I see. So we expect it would only be a matter of time before you return to the Republic. Your mind is made up then.
Afraid so. I've made the guys over there take care of everything without me long enough. Called an A-rank braces duty to his peers and society, I guess.
Well, I suppose when you put it that way. You could stay a while longer, but if that is your decision, I'll respect it. So when are you planning on returning?
Well, there's no point in lingering here any longer than I have to now that I've made up my mind to leave. So honestly, I was thinking about tomorrow. Think I could ask you to arrange a ticket to Calvard for me?
Well, certainly. You're not planning to go and visit Kilika first, though? I thought you'd want to.
That was part of the original plan. Wish I wouldn't have any of it. Surprise, surprise. Her stand was, if we're going to waste time coming to see me, you just go back to Calvard earlier and get some work done.
Ha! Very well, then. It doesn't sound like a position you'll be able to talk her out of.
It's no big deal, though. I mean, it's not like we'll ever see each other again. We'll never see each other again.
I suppose that's very true. I'm not sure there's anything in Zemeria that could keep you two apart forever.
Ha! It feels like that to me sometimes too.
Well, regardless, I won't keep you any longer. One ticket to Calvary for tomorrow, coming right up. But then the phone rang. Sorry, let me just get this. Hello, Grancel branch of the Racer Guild. We solve your problems, and only take most of your money. Ah, yes. 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 Oh! Yes, he's here. Zane?
Something up?
It's Ambassador Cochrane at the Calvardian Embassy. She'd like to invite you to a hot springs trip.
What?
What? I like how it gave him the running animation.
2 days later.
La 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 la. Oh, the hot springs.
This place sure brings back memories. The atmosphere is so relaxing.
It certainly is. Ah, Kilika. Maybe because it feels so similar to our hometown.
Still, Bastard Cochran had me going for a while. When I first heard about this whole trip, I thought it was going to be the two of us out here.
Oh my, you look almost disappointed that it isn't. Well, Kilika, you should have seen how he sprinted to that phone. But actually, this does remind me, all these little side bits, I would like to go back to these places in the game. And not just in flashback. The weight of your dream date with her.
I'm good, thanks. She's not someone I've ever seen as a potential partner. Besides, it's you she wants to talk to, not me. This meeting might not will be happening if you are not here.
It never takes much to put you on the defensive, does it? It's beyond you just to play along a little.
Gah! You just can't help but mess with people, can you? With you in charge of the Zeiss Guild, I'm amazed at any bracers left.
Correction. I can't help but mess with you. I don't do this with anyone else. Would you be happy if that were true?
He'll know.
Ah, you've arrived. Hello, dearies. I've been waiting for you all.
Hey, Ambassador.
Thank you for inviting us here today. Oh, is something the matter, dear Zane? You seem oddly flustered.
Me? I'm just fine. You're imagining things.
Who could blame him, Ambassador? After all, he's a man on a hot streak with two beautiful women. That's hardly a recipe for a common composed mind, is it?
No good with Kilika.
I suppose not. If I were a little younger, I doubt I'd be able to keep my hands off him myself. Ooh.
Irk!
Alright, I suppose that's enough joking around. We should get to our dinner. Ms. Mao is going to be making nice food herself by the sounds of it. The serious discussion can wait until after that.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
Likewise. One meal later.
So there's going to be a new intelligence agency set up a Calvard, huh?
That's right. It's going to be known as the Rocksmith Agency. All of our agents, we said, we're going to rock you. It's very clever. As the name suggests, it's going to be an organization that answers directly to the president, who will always and forevermore be named Rocksmith.
Really now?
Ah, yes. Nothing bad about having a intelligence agency that only answers to the man at the top. What could go wrong? I see. I presume that is so Parliament can have any influence over its operations. Checks and balances? Correct. President's biggest advantage is that it's separate from all those issues and vices. The last thing we need is an organization like this suffering from Parliament's failures to make proper decisions or general ineptitude. Or being run in the same opaque and shady manner by a privileged few. Yeah, nothing. There'd be nothing opaque about just putting it entirely in the hands of one man, the president.
That does sound like a good idea, I'll admit. We're never going to be able to compare the Empire's intelligence division with Liberal's old one if Parliament's at all involved.
Quite. We don't have to get anything done in a nation with such lack of unity.
I guess it's just the fate of countries that take in immigrants by the truckload, though. I think the thing that surprised me the most is the president's actually being proactive for once. So it struck me as a real conservative type. This is the kind of thing I thought he'd go for.
So given the state of the Republic right now, it's hardly surprising that he would choose to act this way. So the country, we've got the threat of the rapidly expanding Erebonian Empire. Within, we have terrorist extremists. Make matters worse, we have the enigmatic society on the loose. If something has to be done, I think he knows that as well as anyone. Ergo, he will concentrate power into his hands, so he can act unilaterally, without having to worry about pesky things like votes. Indeed.
In times ahead of us, we're going to need to be able to respond flexibly to a variety of new and unforeseen threats. Alright. I think my tradition matter has gone on long enough. It's about time we get to the point. Ah! This is where they asked Killica to take over it.
Oh yeah, you've got something you need to specifically talk to Killica about, right?
So what position of the agency are you here to offer me?
What?
It's pretty clear.
I love a sharp mind, Killica. Your instincts are, of course, dead on. I think your talents would make you pursue to join the agency and are eager for you to be a part of it. This would be offered of division chief, should you decide to join.
And that's something President Rocksmith has proposed himself.
Wow. What led you to being the one to bring this Killica anyway?
A fair question, I suppose. Ordinarily, this would be a scout's work. But I've known the president on a personal level for quite some time now. Yes. So he took it upon himself to ask me to come to you personally.
That makes sense.
Then what's his reason for wanting
me? Surely you know that without asking. Or do you want to hear it said anyway?
Naturally. Your masterclass Taito skills are one reason you're being selected by the president.
But also for the exceptional analytical and informational handling ability you've shown your position in the guild. Those are just what the new agency is going to require if it's to succeed.
I can't say this doesn't all make sense to me. I'm more dumbfounded that you'd attempt to steal a capable member of the guild right in front of an active bracer like this. That takes some nerve.
Ah, well, I think rather highly of you. That you'd be able to mediate without letting your trivial matters cloud your judgment. Hee. Still, what do you think, Killica? I'm not asking if you answer immediately, but I'd like to know what's going through your mind.
Well, it's certainly an interesting proposal. At the same time, I'm not sure I have any reason to accept it.
But you have no right to refuse it either.
That's not how those work. And actually, she does have reasons to refuse it. She has a life that she's established in Zeiss. She has a current job. She has current duties. There's lots of reasons, actually, Ambassador.
Am I right?
Well, no, you're wrong, actually. I've got lots of reasons I could refuse. Job, current life, expectations, duties, people that depend on me. You know, lots of reasons.
It's rare that you find it difficult to make quick judgments, but with such a big decision to make, can't very well fault you. I won't rush you. Take a night to think long and hard about it. It was so you could do so that I booked a room here tonight.
Ah, yes. Nothing like a life-changing, life-upheaving decision that you only spend one night thinking about.
I'll ask you your answer again tomorrow.
I don't expect you to answer right away. That's why I've given you less than 12 hours.
I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Of course.
Oh, one more thing before I depart. If you ask me, running your position as a simple guild receptionist just isn't going to let you use your abilities to the fullest.
Well, maybe she could move up in the ranks of the guild.
Well, pleasant night to you both.
In fact, if I recall correctly, she was actually quite helpful in her position as running the guild. I think, yeah, more like a branch manager than just a mere receptionist. And I mean, with General Bright back in the military, you know, you can move up in the administrative aspects of the guild, of the Bracer Guild. You're out rather late. Have you finished in the bath already?
Fast? Seriously? I was in there for an hour.
Oh.
Man, it's not to see you like looking this deep in thought.
I suppose you don't. I feel like I'm one step away from making a decision, but I just need one last push to take it.
You're right. Still, Being here like this with you takes me back. Hard to believe it's been 6 years now since Master Ryuga's passing. Sounds like you went on a hell of a journey between then and joining the guild too.
You could say that. Going on a journey makes it sound like something I did deliberately, though. Reality wasn't quite as organized as that. Simply drifted from place to place before ending up being drawn to one point where I settled. Much on the way a leaf that fell from a tree ends up floating down the river.
Were you able to find that answer you mentioned a while back?
No, I haven't. Still, I feel as though I found a conclusion of sorts.
What's that supposed to mean?
Say, Zane, why do you think I chose to take on a non-combat position like guild reception to begin with?
You don't like hurting people? Because you didn't want to follow the same path as idiots like me and Walter. I wouldn't follow us either if I were in your shoes.
Ha 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 ha! Not quite. I'm not gonna deny that the two of you are idiots.
Hey, that is the part I did want you to deny.
Find out the meaning of living fist ideology my father advocated. I still believe that being able to better oneself through combat while your opponent does the same is a good thing in itself. As a warrior, it's probably close to the ideal way. Still, I couldn't help but wonder why the ideology had to be based on the premise of fighting. I certainly understand the significance of living and dying as a warrior. I can understand how one would live that way but have no regrets when the time came to pass away came. Nothing has changed within me in regard since the days we trained together. Yet, with father dead and Walter gone, I couldn't help but wonder whether there was some way to make use of the living fist without having to fight.
Gasp! Ellipses.
That was when I started roaming the continent in search of one. And as I roamed, I found myself face to face with countless conflicts and acts of violence. And I felt powerless every time I did. Kind of Liberals Guild. That I have to quell one of those conflicts. Something about their ideology, putting the safety of the civilians over all else, made me feel that perhaps working under them may give me my answer. So that was what led me to start working for the guild. But even then, I wasn't able to run away from the fighting completely. Well, it's not a peaceful world.
The nature of humanity means that as long as we exist, conflict will never cease. Instead, what's important is not blindly preaching idealism, but preaching ideals while keeping a firm eye on the reality of how to quell conflict. Master Ryuga's words have never left me.
Nor have they left me. But all the same, I've been looking away from reality all this time.
Come on now. You know full well that's not actually true. When he says reality, he's not saying fighting is the be-all, end-all of quelling conflict.
That's not what I'm trying to say. All these years, I've been trying to walk on my own 2 feet. Not at all. I've just been trying to find a new way to live by Father's living fist ideology as an excuse to stand still. All while indulging myself in the comfortable environment the guild gave me. How dare you try to live comfortably, Kilika? How dare you? In that sense, I might be the biggest failure of Father's students. I might not agree with the path Walter took, but he, like you, has chosen his own path and started walking forward along it. You two have been facing up to the living fist ideal of Father's and slowly reaching your own conclusions on it. In your eyes, you've been able to face the reality, and I haven't. Been standing still the whole time.
That's the biggest load of crock I've ever heard. You've been walking for it just like we have.
In what way?
It's just the path you've been walking has been one for others rather than yourself. That river you think you've been helplessly drifting through, you're actually building a bridge so others can easily cross it behind you. When the road is hard, you soften the ground so your fellow guildmates have an easier trek. There's no shame in your way of the living fist. It's as true as mine or Walter's.
Hee. Are you trying to comfort me?
Sorry for not having a way with words. I like to fit things with my fist. Let me punch you! Then you'll know what I mean. I mean, all I'm trying to say is, you know, as a person, you're way too strong and way too serious. Sometimes it's like those two things just end up restricting you and stop you from seeing things you otherwise could. So try and relax a little, alright? Just a little. If you do, I'll bet you'll start seeing things you couldn't before.
Say, Zane?
What is it?
Do you have your eye returned to Calvert?
But that on.
Doesn't matter. Just answer the question.
Now. Okay. Guess you'd better back home here. Why'd you ask?
Oh, no reason. I decided I'm going to accept the president's proposal.
What? Just because of what I said?
Don't misunderstand me. All I wanted was some kind of reason to bring this journey to an end. Some place to make better use of my skills. Ah, that was the best night's sleep I've had in some time. Hope the two of you enjoyed your stay as well.
I know I did.
I'm feeling very refreshed, thank you. Fresh enough to feel ready to take on a new position in a new environment, even. Then? I would like to accept your offer. I, however, have one condition for doing so. Oh, name it? Well, I'm willing to join the President's new agency. I am not willing to stop living in line with my own beliefs. As such, if I should end up feeling the slightest doubt about how the agency itself is being run, I will do everything in power to correct it from the inside using any means at my disposal. If he still wants my membership after hearing this much, please tell him I accept his offer. Oh, that won't be any problem at all. I'll be encouraging you to take the reins. Shows you expecting you to fulfill that role should it be deemed necessary. After all, you're the guild, an organization which has managed to remain neutral and independent all this time. That's no mean feat. Ha! I wouldn't be so sure about that. Also, I'll be needing to get things ready for my successor, so I won't be able to return to Calvert for 2 or 3 months. As such, I'll be able to start work until then. Perfectly understandable, dear. Well, I look forward to meeting you again in the Republic. Likewise. Something on your mind?
I was just thinking about what you said back there. It's been 2 or 3 months to get everything ready for your successor, right?
Yes, I did. What of it?
Well, I'm guessing it's pretty busy over in Calvert right now, too. It's not as though there's anything so urgent I need to be there now. Maybe I could stay here for the next few months while you get things sorted out before I head back.
You can't be serious. There's no reason why you should stay around here and live with me or go back to Calvert.
Have to be so cold. It's me, you know.
Well, it's the truth. We'll end up spending enough time together when we like it or not, and after I'm home. You don't need to go out of your way to make more now.
Well, you win. There's no need to rush things.
Zane, what are you standing there for?
Oh! Sorry. You said that before starting to walk off on your own, though.
Aww. True love. The truest love. Oh, well, that was a very short story. Ooh, yin-yang. And money. Well, what does this yin-yang stone do? Ornament. Combines the effects of haze and heal. Hey, there you are. As you become unaware of presence. Done. Yes. So people will know where I'm around. Heal stone helps me heal. And on that note, I'm going to call it here. Went a little long. Hope you all enjoyed this little bit with good old Zane. Or Zin. I don't care. Thank you for watching. See you all soon for more.